This video is sponsored by Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend. Click on the link in the description and use the code PACKERMAN to save 10% on any order. What's happening, ladies and germs? This is the Packerman, and welcome to this edition of The Fuel, where in this episode we're going to be talking about the 2023 Shriners Children's 200 at the Darlington Raceway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You know, I saw a lot of people online saying that this was a good race, and I'm honestly not sure why. Because this race was a fucking crash fest, especially in Stage 2. In Stage 2 alone, we had 4 fucking caution flags in a very short stage. And we had 8 cautions total. I mean, let's take a look at the race stats here. I mean, yeah, we had 18 lead changes, but I mean, that's not really indicative of competition, because I mean, we saw a lot of restarts, so there obviously would be a lot of lead changes. Only 2 of those were pure lead changes, by the way. We had 8 total cautions, almost 1,100 green flag passes, and John Nemechek led the most laps at 57. So this race was not good. Overall, it was not very good, because stages 1 and 2, for the most part, were complete trash. Just unwatchable. However, am I going to say this race as a whole was completely trash? No. Because there were 3 things that this race had going for it. Number 1, the finish to Stage 2 was pretty awesome. You had the battle between Kyle Larson and John Nemechek, and the finish to that was actually pretty damn awesome. With Nemechek just barely beating out Larson in a photo finish. That's like, alright, that's pretty good. Number 2, Larson, I believe, had some kind of pit road penalty or something like that, or had some kind of trouble on pit road, I can't remember. But he basically had to start all the way at the back at the beginning of Stage 3. I think the stat was he had to restart 30th, I believe it was. And watching him coming back up towards the front in a short amount of laps was pretty damn incredible. Which then led to the final sequence between John Nemechek and Kyle Larson, with Larson getting underneath of Nemechek at the white flag lap, and then going into 3 kind of gives him a little bit of a door bump. Nemechek tries to nudge him out of the way in turns 3 and 4, hits the wall, gets the run down underneath of Larson. Larson smacks the wall hard off of turn 4, which in turn bounces him into John Nemechek, and that sends Nemechek spinning to the inside, and Larson ends up taking the win. I mean, in this case, it was 2 guys racing hard for the win, and even Nemechek said, yeah, that was just hard racing for the win. You know, we were both going for it. So, the finish was pretty spectacular in that sense. So, those were the 3 things that this race definitely had going for it, but this race wasn't really as good as a lot of people were saying. But it wasn't completely trash either. So, my final rating for the Shriners Children's 200 at the Darlington Raceway is a 4 out of 10. What's happening, ladies and germs? Thank you for watching tonight's video. If you're interested in sponsoring the channel, there is a link to my Patreon down in the description box below. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe if you want to continue watching great content like you saw today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, this is the Packerman signing out.